Guys, welcome to a new style of video. Here I'm doing a DIY nail tutorial, I guess. Here I am removing my previous set, which was my Valentine's set, using a rounded bit. It's a coarse texture. Honestly struggling to angle it so you guys can see what was going on at the same time as me doing it. But yeah, I was just taking off the polish. It's really just trial and error. I'm new to using the drill. So yeah, I got both hands done. I got these mini drill sanding bands from Amazon, and I'm using the 180 grit sanding band, I think, and everything was on speed 7, which is 7,000 rotations per minute, because that's what I've gotten comfortable with, except for filing. I think this filing was 10 rotations per minute. And here I'm just sanding down the surface, making sure everything is nice and smooth, and kind of blending the ingrowth so that I could apply more product and it not be too bulky around the apex area. Here you can kind of see what I'm doing a little bit better, because my thumb is at a better angle for you guys, but I'm basically just going around the cuticle and over the whole tip of the nail, but mainly focusing on that apex area. If you can hear background noise, I apologize, it's my flatmates, but here I'm using a flame bit, and this is to file down the cuticles, just open them up a bit and get rid of the new growth of dead skin or new growth of nail that is overlapping or something, whatever. This ain't much of a tutorial, this is really just how I do it. There's no professionalism behind this. Next, I nip at my dead cuticles. There wasn't much to nip at. I kind of just stick to whatever is sticking up. I try not to go too deep because I do not want to make myself bleed. Now that all my nails are clipped, I get my nail dehydrator, and this is really just to take up the oils from my nails, and this is the MODELONES brand, I don't know, bottle. It came with a primer, but I didn't use it. This is the primer that I use, which is the Young Nails Protein Moisturizing, guys, if you want that retention. It is pricey, but completely worth it. And I just do a thin layer of that, trying not to put too much product on because it's genuinely unnecessary. This is all just a prep for my hard gel. Once I've let this dry a little bit, I will go in with a base coat. This is the VISHINE base coat. Any base coat works. I just suggest, if you're going to use a base coat from one system, use a matching top coat and just stick to them. And I'm in love with this VISHINE one because it is very smooth and it smooths out the nail. Yes, you see me put in uncured gel. It's because there's lint, and when there's lint, I don't want to use a lint wipe because then it takes the product off too much. And yeah, but there was lint, so I just took the lint off. But yeah, nice thin coat. You don't need to go too thick with base coat because it's base coat. You don't want it to reshape your nails. After that, we cure for 60 seconds because that is the requirements for this one. And I get a lip free wipe, put a bit of acetone over it, and we just spray that inhibition layer. And this is the hard gel that I use. It's the IBD in the color clear, with my Macart brush that came with, I think it was a solid gel that I bought from Macart, and that was the brush that came with it, and it's literally the perfect brush for this. And the way I grab product, I dip the brush into the pot, and where the string of product comes about, I kind of tilt it left to right, but not completely in a circle just to get the product on one side of the brush. That's see the side that's showing, you can't see product, but underneath is product. I hate when there's product on both sides. But here I just lightly brush it on. I try to pack it a little bit at the apex, but I'm a fan of more natural feeling nails. Like, I don't like my nails to feel bulky, and considering this is hard gel, I don't have to worry about putting enough product on because it will dry hard. And here I'm flipping my nail upside down so that it levels out, and I grab a little bit more product with a liner brush. This is a 12mm, I'm pretty sure, and this just allows me to get into those really tight corners and around the cuticle. There's probably some excess, that's why I wiped it off. But I can be very vicious with the hard gel because this is very viscous, it's very thick, and it doesn't level out as quickly as builder gel does, so I'm pretty heavy-handed when it comes to leveling out. But yeah, I just refine it to my liking as much as it needs. Now here I cure it under my mini lamp for 60 seconds that the light stays on, and whilst that is happening I go on to the next nail. There's no time wasting over here, and I do the same thing. I apply some gel at the apex of the nail, drag some of it down, and get my liner brush to get into the corners. Same method, you can literally see the technique a little bit better here. Once I've done all the nails, I put it under the lamp for 60 seconds, then file them off, and here I have sprayed on some acetone and wiped off with a lint-free wipe. Then we're going in with our base coat, a thin layer base coat in preparation for our gel colour. And this goes in the lamp for 60 seconds. Then the gel colour is the VISHINE EO18. This one right here, this is my colour, guys. And I did 3 coats of this actually. I only recorded 2 of the coats, but I did 3 really thin coats. And you'll see here, I'll go on, I'll switch to, as you saw, I literally just do one swipe on the next, because sometimes when I have too much product in my brush, I'll just go to the next one, swipe it, and go back to the nail that I was working on. That way I'm not putting too much product down, because you just don't want an uneven colour on your nails. You do it thin and do more layers, like it's never that deep. And they go under for 60 seconds each time, and here's me literally just doing the same thing again. Why did I keep the clip in? I'm not sure, but it's here now. So once I've done all of the gel colour, I tend to buff out where I'd like to put the French. So here I've buffed that out with my hand file. And here I'm taking a sheer brown, there's a random sheer brown I got from Amazon, with top coat. And I put a drop of top coat and a drop of the sheer brown on top, mixing them together because top coat is what gives us that shine. And here I am drawing my French with the same 12mm liner brush. And we're just taking our time doing that. French tips is one of those things where you either hate it or you love it, and I'm turning into a lover of French tips because I just like taking my time being precise. But at the start of my nail journey, girl, it was just not fun for me, not at all. But I've kind of gotten the hang of it now. I think the main thing is just taking your time. I do a line and then follow on from there, and yeah, crispy every time. And then we cure that for 60 seconds, and here comes the fun part, the chrome. I tend to use the sponge, but the sponge was not working, so then I switched to my finger. I won't lie to you guys, my nails were being extremely stubborn. I don't know why. I was just struggling so bad to put the chrome on. I thought maybe the chrome is old, maybe I just need to buy a new chrome powder, but it wasn't that at all. It just took a little bit more time to do. Then I put a layer of base coat on top of the chrome. For some reason my footage went into slow mo. Hold on, let me fix it. Okay, I fixed it. Here I'm just wiping off the excess after I've cured it with acetone and lint-free wipe again. And the final step top coat, and I try to keep my layer of top coat thin. I know most people want to do like a real thick, durable layer of top coat, but once you find a good top coat, a thin layer is literally all you need. And this I cure for 90 seconds because that's what the bottle requires. Every top coat is different, so just follow the instructions on the bottle or the pamphlet they give you, I don't know. And this is the favorite part, cuticle oil. I found this lavender one in TK Maxx this one time. I was with my sister and I was just like, oh my gosh, this is perfect. I remember I saw them on Amazon. I was like, I'm gonna get it one day. I'm gonna get it when I get the rest of my stuff. And then I saw it in person. I was like, yeah, come on home with me. And that's the finished product, guys. Thanks for tuning in.